What's going on, guys? I like to start every live stream video with a little jig, a little dance. Boom, 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 boom. This is how one of my close friends dances, just like this. Anyway, what's going on, guys? So it's 10:41. I've been up for a couple hours and went to bed late, so I'm kind of famished a little. I'm not famished. Famished is the wrong word. Not fully awake, and I don't drink coffee anymore, so maybe that's exactly what I need. I need some coffee. Okay, cool. Bet. All right, so the title of this video, today's live stream video, is Why Are You Failing at Your Online Business? Now, my mentor told me not to go to, do this, bring this up. Well, she didn't tell me not to do that. My mentor told me not to get stuck on this, and I'm not going to get stuck in it, but I am going to reference it because if you don't have a past, then how can you learn from the future? So I'm going to talk about something in my past. Now, back in 2012, I first got started with, making money online. I've always thought that it was, there were scams everywhere. I thought there was no legitimate way to make money online. I was very, very wary. But at the point of my life at that time, nobody was hiring, and we were needing money fast, like really fast. So we were desperate, and we decided to push past the skepticism and figure out if there was a legitimate way to make money from this stupid computer that I'm holding right here. Turns out that there are many ways to do it legitimately, legally, and authentically. There you go. And so I had to learn how to do that, obviously. So I started in 2012, and as I started to progress, I worked hard, days and nights and everything, and finally started to get a little blip of success. I made my first $20 after a month or two, and I thought, well, if I could do it once, I could do it many more times, right? Let's see, fingers crossed. And so I started doing it a few more times, and a few more times, and the money just kept coming. Little by little, small little tricklet of success started coming in. But then eventually it started to, a wellspring came out, and all of a sudden I'm making money. I'm getting emails just saying you made another $20, another $50, you made another $100, another $300. I've made $300, $350 in one day. I've made $1,000 in one day. I've been able to do it. So, here's what's going on. As I'm starting to do this, or as I'm doing this, I'm building a team of people that are following me, people that are following my lead, that they're wanting my help because they want to know how the heck I'm doing it and how they can do it too. And to be honest, when it started working for me, I didn't really understand it all to begin with, and I didn't have all the answers. And here is what's really cool about that. You don't need to have all the answers to find success. And that's what most people don't understand, is they have to learn everything first before they do anything. My deal is you start getting some knowledge, but you apply right away. And that's why so many people fail, because they don't apply, and they don't apply rigorously. So they're not consistent enough. So they'll try a couple times and then see no results and bail. And that's the normal story for most people. So the problem here is that most people fail because they lack consistency, and they have to know it all before they do anything. So I got people following me, asking me what I'm doing, and my answer is not much. I'm just taking action. I don't really know it all. I don't really have all the answers. All I know is I got some training. I'm applying the training. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and whoa, here it comes, right? So here comes the income. So anyway, I got people that are following me, and a lot of people are telling me, hey, I've been at this for a few months. I'm not seeing anything. Nothing's happening. What's going on? I don't get it. What am I doing wrong? And more people, more than not, I'm seeing people that are in the same boat, that they're saying, I'm doing this product. I'm doing this product. People that aren't teamed up with me at all. But they're trying this service, they're trying this MLM, they're trying this opportunity, and they're working hard month after month after month, and they're seeing goose egg. Let me know. Hold on. I got some people watching. Going to read some comments in a sec. Type goose egg if you're not seeing results in your business yet. All right, so I just made a comment here. Those of you watching, type in goose egg in the comments section if you're not seeing results in your business yet, because I want to know where you guys are. So shout outs to Missy Davis, shout out to Cindy Smoley, shout out to Vanessa Roberts, shout out to Vishal Palakar, and shout out to Michael Holland, who made a comment wondering you can help me. You may disagree with the concept, but I think you're mature enough not to that bother you. After all, it's business. Michael, I've known you for years, bro. Reach out to me with whatever you want. Just let me know. I'll help you if I can. So anyway, so type in goose egg, guys. Missy, you're welcome. Absolutely welcome. So that's the deal. I'm getting, comments from people saying, oh, I'm working hard on this, and I'm not seeing any kind of results. I don't know what's going on. So the question is, why are you failing at your online business? Because here's the deal. I've used many different platforms over the last 4 years, and well, 5, I guess, and I've made money with just about every single one of them. Now let's just kind of throw the numbers out there, and this is just my estimation. Out of 7, I've made money out of 4 to 5 of that 7. Okay, so that's not bad. That's more than half. The other 2 or 3, I want to speculate because I don't really use most of those anymore now. So this is just recalling memory. But out of those that I did make money with, some of them were just stuff that I didn't pay much attention to, or that they scammed me. Because honestly, there are scams out there. You just got to be smart enough to know which are good and which are scams and which are not. Okay. There's one that I'm not going to mention because I don't want the guy chasing after me, but one that I was fully backing because I believed in the concept, and I referred a lot of my followers to this service because I was seeing results. And when I say results, I mean the way this platform worked was you see people, you leave your browser on, and then you rank up credits. Actually, you rank up credits based on how long your browser is up. So I left my browser up 24/7. You could put your computer to sleep, but I left it up 24/7, and I was ranking up credits every single day. And after a certain amount of credits, you're supposed to be able to cash out on it with real money. You get real money for it. So I was looking at a little bit of change here, and it was a free account. So if you had a paid account, it would accelerate that. So I had people under me that had paid accounts, and they had ranked up a lot more credits than I did, so they were going to cash out big compared to me, which is cool because I was doing other things. So when it came time to cash out, first of all, I was getting complaints from the people that I know that they had pro accounts that they weren't getting any responses from support. Their computers were messing up because of how long they were leaving it on, and support would not respond whatsoever, and they never got the money. And when I tried cashing out, same deal. It turned out that the website changed, and so they updated all of our accounts, and my account went to 0. So I had money I was going to cash out, and they basically did a big reset, and it went to 0. So what I did was I tried to reach out to support, but again, support stunk. There was no way, actually there was no way at that time, there was no links for support, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I Googled, nothing. So was that a scam? Yeah. Did I fall for it? Yeah. But I've made so much more money than lost, okay? For me, that was a free account, so all it cost me was the time and the frustration. But there were people that had paid accounts that I referred that they obviously lost money, and I hated it. I apologized to them, and they told me, listen, it's not your fault, dude. It's those guys. Those are idiots. They're idiots, right? So anyway, even the best can be scammed. So there are scams out there. I'm not going to tell you that there aren't. But you have to be smart enough to know the difference between what's a scam and what's not. And sometimes you may get had. I got had, I got scammed. But again, that shouldn't scare you because there are many legitimate and legal and great ways to make money on the internet that you can actually make real money from that separate themselves from those that are, you know, faulty and scamish. So don't get discouraged. But going back to the question, guys, why are you failing at your online business? So there are a few key factors because, like I said, I am making money online. As of right now, I'm making money online from this computer. This is where I work 24/7. This is my home office. I mean, I'm here on a Friday at 10:51, and you've seen me do this repeatedly throughout the week, so you know that, you know, I'm here all the time. This is where I make my cash. But anyway, so if I'm able to do it, why aren't other people able to do it? And so here's the response. Here's the answer. Actually, the answer is multi-part. So if you're still watching, I see people are watching here. Here's a few responses. Here's a few answers to why, as of today, regardless of what you're doing, you're still not making it, while others are flashing the cash, while other people are posting, you know, testimonials and reports showing you, man, I'm making money, and you're like, why am I not? Here are the answers. One, your sponsor. Okay, there's a difference between a sponsor and a mentor. Mentors can be sponsors. Actually, mentors are sponsors, but not all sponsors are mentors, if that makes sense. So there's a difference between, and I mentioned this earlier before, there are good and bad people in each opportunity, okay? So you could be lined up with someone that may have sent you flowery words and exciting, you know, scenarios, and what's up, Pacifico? Welcome aboard, buddy. So they're getting you excited and amped up. You pull out your wallet, you join in on that business venture, and as soon as you sign up, you never hear from them again. Does that sound familiar? You never hear from them again. You reach out to them, their responses are very limited, and it sucks because you're left out in the cold, right? So they collected your money. They expect you to stay month to month, which is ridiculous because if they're not willing to help you, why the heck would you earn my money that way? And you know, but they take your money and they run. And if you don't stay month to month, that's cool because they're gonna do the same thing to the other person. They understand that sales is a numbers game, but instead of creating passive, long-lasting income, they screw the people that they recruit into their business, and they just keep going and going and going, never really building a passive income. So they're screwing themselves from being jerks and not being mentors, just simply being sponsors. So your number one problem could be that you don't have a sponsor that is there for you. Maybe they're there occasionally, but they're not there for you. So that could be a problem. In fact, that is a problem for most people. When I have teams underneath me, I am hardcore finding ways to get them to succeed all the time. I stopped doing the whole team recruiting thing for a while, so my team is back to zip. But for as long as I've done it, I was posting every day, posting in groups, posting the tutorial videos, going out my way to be one-on-one with people. That's the mark of a true mentor. Now, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm not trying to build myself up. I'm just telling you, giving you an example of what a real mentor is. So if someone is successful that's over you, they should help you to be successful like them, because then you can help someone else be successful like you, and then it continues to go, 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 go. That's how you build long-lasting passive income that is successful for you. That is how the 5 to 6 figure earners are making their cash, because they are good. Let's see, I got a comment here from Missy Davis. It's easier when you sponsor. It's easier when your sponsor is a mentor. Yeah. But I also do think people need to take responsibility for their own business. Very good. There are others who put training out there that they can follow. Take action. The people who only sponsor don't keep individuals. I'd rather join a mentor, but so try to succeed even if you only have a sponsor. Yes, absolutely. Missy, that's going to get a big heart right here. Okay, so that's a big heart. And you got 2, yeah, okay, so you liked your, okay, so you got a big heart for that right there, Missy, and perfect, well said. Now, that's one point. I have more points, but the other points definitely include exactly what you're saying. So the first point is the mentor, because there are people, just like I illustrated, right? You have to admit there are people like that, that they're just interested in your money. They'll take your money, go, and they're shooting themselves in the foot long term, because that's not how you build long-term passive income. Now, the next point, and I'll just jump right into it, is the fact that people just don't do what they're supposed to do. So second thing up, they're not action takers. Okay, so there are the people that, like for instance, I recruit. Now, as far as I go to help people, and I've helped people, you know, get into the success, like making money, like an actual income, not just, you know, a couple $20 here and there, but actual income. There are people that I've helped them to get there, but there are also many more people. And just to be honest, the statistics show that more people will fail than succeed. So on my teams, I've had more people fail than succeed. Now, you can't blame that on me, because I'm going out my way to help people. And the litmus test for that is, if you have people that are successful underneath you, that's proof enough. If you have people that are earning an income like you, that is proof enough that what you're doing is good, right? But for those that are not making the income, you have to look at other reasons why. If I can help so-and-so make an income, but these other 3 people are not, what's the cause and what's the reason? And that is the fact that they're not action takers, okay? And I've had way more people that were not action takers than people that were. And so these are people that are lazy. These are people that are tire kickers. These are people that verbally they say yes, they want to change their lives, but through their actions, it's bull. Through their actions, they're just they will not get off their butt and do the legitimate work. Now, so one of my viewers, Leave, probably said something that hurt their feelings, which is cool, because, you know, and I may be totally off base here, but I'm just saying. But, you know, this is where some salt gets rubbed into the wound here, because, you know, some people say, and I've heard it all. Man, I have worked so very hard to make this happen, and nothing worked for me. And so then I start asking legitimate questions. Okay, how long were you working on it? 2 weeks. Okay, how many hours were you working on it? Man, you know, I have a full-time job, so when I come home, man, you know, I'm tired and exhausted. Yeah, I feel your pain, but how long were you working to make your future business work? About an hour. Okay, so you've been in this game for 2 weeks. You worked 1 hour a day. How many days per week? Friday and Saturday. So let's do the math. 2 hours a week for 2 weeks. That's 4 hours a week to try to build a business that, if you worked hard enough, can allow you to quit your job and build long-lasting success. You're not going to see results that way. So that's just one example, and there's many more examples. But the truth is that, you know, people who people who don't do the work will not see the results. It just doesn't happen. So the second thing is, yeah, they're you know, not doing the work. They're not putting in the effort. So you can have an excellent mentor, and the phrase comes out that says, hold on, let me type it out. Who knows the phrase, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Okay? Or actually, I think I typed that all wrong. My computer's acting really slow. Okay, so here's my next comment. Who knows the phrase, you could take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink? And basically that means you could show them everything. You could take them down the right path. You could show them the goal. But it's up to them to take the action to actually partake in it. And so, you know, this, sticking with my second point here, is a lot of people are lazy. A lot of people expect you to do everything for them. A lot of people expect an online opportunity to be akin to a 9-to-5 job, and that's not what it is. Doing this is not for everyone, and it's obvious. But those that are desperate enough, those that have a vision for their lives and they want it so bad that they could taste it, they can literally see it in front of them, those are the ones that will do whatever is necessary. They won't take minimal efforts. They will take the maximum amount of effort, the maximum amount of time. They will do whatever is necessary to see their business flourish. And here's the third thing. Who do you blame for your success or failures? So are you putting it on other people, like making excuses? Do you make excuses? That's the third point. The who do you blame slash are you making excuses? I know people that the reason why they are where they are is because it's never their fault. And I've been in those places myself, so I'm not totally absolved from it. But there's been many times, many people that, it's never their fault. They blame their circumstances around them. They blame the environment around them. Man, if I only had this, I'd be successful. So you know what? People appease them, give them what they want, and yet they're still not successful. Man, but if I only had this, and then they just keep compounding it. They keep adding on to it. So somehow nothing's ever enough, and there's always a reason for their failure. But the truth is some of the most successful people had the worst conditions, and that was actually a motivator for them to do better and to succeed. The fact that they were poor, the fact that they lived in a box, the fact that they lived on the streets was the most motivation that they could ever receive, because you've heard people say when you've hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up. Let me type that here. Who has heard the phrase, when you've hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up? So, people hear that all the time, but they don't really know what it means for them. Now, maybe you're not rock bottom. Maybe you're doing okay. Maybe you're going from paycheck to paycheck. But maybe for you, that's rock bottom. For you, being stuck in this monotonous circle of, never ending, well, we never have enough to really enjoy life. We only have enough to pay bills and that's it. Maybe that monotony is your rock bottom and you're tired of it. And the one thing you want is to succeed. Well, the only way to go is up, right? So in order to go up, and here's the thing, you don't go up unless you put in that effort, unless you put in that strong, hardcore, just unbelievable amount of effort to do what you have to do to get to your success. Is that, during those moments when you are doing that, you have no time to make excuses. You don't blame anyone else but yourself, and you work hard to do it. So, are you failing on your online business? Those three things could be why. Your sponsor is not a mentor. They're not there to help you. They're not there to help guide you. You're not doing the work, consistent, hardcore effort, and you're blaming others. So those are the three things that could be what's causing you to fail at your online business. And let me just say one more thing. I promote certain businesses, certain affiliate products and whatnot. And of course, to make my business work for me, I have to recruit people to partake in it, or with my affiliate products, I have to get people to buy them. So obviously I have certain things that align with me, so I promote those. To be honest, as long as what you have is legitimate, getting a call here, as long as what you have is a legitimate business, a legitimate product or whatever, you should be able, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to be successful with it. Okay? Because you've heard the phrase, and here's another phrase, I won't type it in, but here's another phrase, he or she can sell ice to an Eskimo. Ice to an Eskimo. What that simply means is that it doesn't, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what it is you're selling. You could sell a scam, which for moral reasons I don't ever recommend, but you could sell practically anything. You could sell this pen to someone who needs a pen, right? Technically, it doesn't matter. I've always said this in my training, a hammer can hammer in a nail, but it can't do anything unless it has a hand to swing it. So you can have a tool that, between a hammer that's made out of wood versus a hammer that's made out of rubber versus a hammer that's made out of, metal. They're different tools, and they operate differently for different functions. But none of them are going to get the work done unless you apply the effort to make it happen. So, whatever it is you're promoting, whatever your product is, whatever your business is, just keep this in mind. You can absolutely find success in it if you do it the right way and if you identify those 3 things that I talked about today here. So go make it a great day. I'll see you guys next time. It's Jason the Blogger Rapper. Much love, God bless, and as always, peace.